everyone, it's Melissa. Today I'm going to talk a little bit more about, kind of continue on with my last video, which was about my 28-year use with Retin. I actually recorded this yesterday, and I washed my hair yesterday morning, and I rolled it, blow dried it now, and I rolled it on hot rollers, and just did my makeup just so and everything, and I filmed it, and you know, I was really pleased with it, and I played it back, and I thought something looked odd. So I really started looking, and I realized I had on two long dangling earrings, but they were completely different earrings. One of them was, came up and was blue, and the other one came down long and was like pink. So I started to go ahead and do it, but I thought, man, it looked bad. So I'm filming it over again. So I'll try to go through everything that I did before. Okay, I wanted to kind of answer some questions that I had in some of the comments, and I'm very behind on answering comments, I apologize, but the ones that I glanced over and saw that had questions, I wanted to kind of talk about that in this video. A lot of people disagreed with me and what I was doing. They didn't feel like it was right for their skin, and that is great. I think that's how I learn and how everybody else learns. So you can read the comments and you can take what other people say, you can take what I say, and then present it to your doctor and say, what do you think about these different theories and stuff. So that doesn't bother me at all. If your comments, if you don't agree with what I say, I don't mind a bit. And I always like to hear what everybody has to say, even if it's a different opinion for me, because that's how I learn. And if I stop learning, then, I might as well just dig my grave, because it's important to always learn new things. So thank you so much, everybody, for your feedback. I wanted to say that I'm not a medical professional. I'm not, I don't know anything about skincare. This is just, I've just been using it a long time. These are things that I've tried. I experiment on myself a lot. These are things that I've tried on myself, and that I'm pleased with, but it's certainly not for everybody. I have pretty tough skin. My skin is not particularly sensitive. So a lot of those with, real sensitive skin, they're going to have to do something differently probably. And also, you need to talk, especially if you have any kind of like autoimmune disease, you need to talk to your doctor to see if this is going to be right for you. If you take medications, you need to see if this is going to interfere with your medication, because Retin is a drug. It isn't, just because it isn't an oral drug doesn't mean that we don't absorb it, and it might interfere with certain things or aggravate certain conditions. So not everybody it is not going to be for everyone. You check with your doctor and make sure that that it is right for you, and go slowly. That's the one thing I want to stress the most. It was a mistake I made, and I think it's very important to just go slowly. Even if you do the smallest percent once a week, you're still getting some benefit. And the main thing that benefit you're getting is getting your skin acclimated to what Retin will do to it. So don't be afraid to just, you've got the rest of your life to use it. So don't be in too big a hurry where you're going to damage your skin. Just go very, very slowly. Because when I first started using it, I went strongest strength every night, and it just, my skin just about fell off. And I was young. I didn't have, I shouldn't have had much to actually have to peel off, and it still did that. Okay, so I addressed it's not for everyone. People want to know why I didn't use moisturizers, and like I said, this is just for me. A long time ago, when after I'd used Retin for a while, I did the whole Abaji routine with Retin. And Dr. Abaji back then, his theory was, and I think he's changed his mind since, but I'm still going along with Dr. Abaji's old theory because that's what works best for me. His theory was, if you use moisturizers, it makes your skin lazy. If your skin was a person and could talk, it would say, oh, there's moisture on our skin. You know, somebody's put moisturizers on our skin, there's moisture. Okay, we can be lazy, we can take the day off. We don't have to moisturize, we don't have to make our own moisture or anything because there's moisturizer already there on there. So your skin gets lazy. But if you don't put moisturizer on and it gets, you know, you're using that retin-A and it gets kind of tight, your skin says, oh my goodness, this skin's, you know, we're tight, it's tight. We're gonna have to do something. We're gonna have to produce more oil, which maybe can produce more collagen, and we're gonna have to, you know, work really hard and, you know, exercise our muscles and everything, and just get, you know, really produce oil and moisture for that skin, for the surface. So, you know, it's kind of an obscure theory, but it's what seemed to work for me. So I do not have dry skin in the least. I don't have oily skin. I have very, very normal skin. It's just the retin-A has really normalized my skin. So, you know, that's what I like to do. And also when I use moisturizers, it weighs my skin down. It makes it saggy. I start getting jowls. My lines get worse. It just gets heavier, and it just starts kind of, everything starts falling. It just weighs it down too much. I just kind of like it a little bit on the tighter side or firmer, but it doesn't even really do that so much anymore. It's just, I have very normal skin now. It's just kind of normalized itself. So that's why I don't use moisturizers. Okay, another question was, do I use eye creams? And no, I don't, and here's the reason I don't. I use my retin-A. I use my skincare around my eyes. I know that maybe you're not supposed to, and a lot of people do and have great luck with it, so that's terrific. My eyes did better with using my regular skincare, and that included retin-A. So I kind of wanted to demonstrate what I actually do and where I apply it. So I take, I put the retin-A in the thing, and I put it all over my skin in my palm, and then put it all over my skin. So then, there might be just a tad left on my palm. So I will take it on my ring finger, and I will kind of, pat it up, and I'll pat it up to about right here, about where my eyeliner starts. I kind of bring it up a little bit into the eye socket area, but I don't get it too close to my eyeball. So I do it right here, and then I do it right on the edge where my crow's feet are, and I'll run it through my eyebrows. And then recently I've been experimenting, because I'm a big experimenter, on putting it on the hoods of my eyes right here on my brow bone. So far it hasn't seemed to harm me any at all. I've not seen any ill effects from it. So I'm experimenting that to see if it will get rid of the hood on my eyes. I don't know. I don't know that I really see a difference yet. I'll have to go back and look at old pictures, but I've only been doing it about a week. So I'm going to kind of stay posted on that and see if it, makes my eyes look a little bit firmer and brighter. I'm not sure. I'm not sure yet, so we shall see on that. So that's what I do around my eyes. And I also wanted to stress that I use other products with my retin-A now. In the morning I use vitamin C serum, and I follow that with an Obagi acid, a mild acid, and then my sunscreen. So that's all I use in the morning. At night, I just use my retin-A against my skin. I do use an Obagi product that actually you mix with the retin-A, and it actually boosts it and makes the retin-A be a little more effective. But I didn't do that for a long time. I started out with just my retin-A and nothing else. At night, I would just do my retin-A and go to sleep. And in the morning, I would wash my face and whatever, and then, put my sunscreen on and then go about my day. If you want to use moisturizers, use your moisturizers on the day that you don't use your retin-A, and use your moisturizers in the morning. The only time that you might want to try it starting out not using moisturizer is when you use your retin-A. Just put your retin-A on and don't dilute it. Just let it do its job and be full strength, and not use a moisturizer then. Now that's what I suggest, or that's my theory, so please take it for what it's worth, because a lot of people disagreed with me and felt like they did need to moisturize after it, and a lot of people felt like you did not need to peel for it to be effective. And so I really, that's good information too. So all this information, you take other people's information too and present it to your doctor. Like I said, I'm not a healthcare professional, so but I don't mind peeling some. I do think you need to be careful and not use it too often, but I do like to use it full strength, and I like to not mix anything at first. When you first start out, I think it's always a good idea not to use your vitamin C serums and all that kind of stuff. And I do have to say that that sometimes, like on my neck, and I'll get into my neck in a minute, vitamin C serum it burns me more than the Retin does at night. So some mornings I cannot use vitamin C serum on my neck because it's just too much. Using the Retin at night and vitamin C serum in the morning, it's just too much. So you may have to monitor that and kind of figure out what's right for you and how much and how often to do the vitamin C serum if you choose to use that. I do use vitamin C serum. I do use Retin on my neck. And I'm going to show you some pictures. I have always had 3 rings right here on my neck. And these are some pictures of when I was only 32 years old. I had really short hair and I had dark hair. I was very young, but I still had those rings. I have always had them since I was a teenager, these 3 rings around my neck. So I didn't worry about it too much because I'd always had them. But I noticed recently that they seem to be getting worse. So I've been working on my neck more with the Retin and the vitamin C serum. And as you can tell, I think it seems to be this first one right here is actually starting to peel off. And then these are starting to get some peelies in it too. So, that's kind of what I want it to do, is to do that. It looks tight and it looks dry and everything, but I'm still gonna plunge ahead and see if I can get these rings to get much better. And I'll kind of keep an eye on that and see how that does. But yes, I do use it on my neck too, because people had asked me if I use it on my neck. I use it on my neck, but you really, really must start slowly on your neck, because it is such a sensitive area that you need to be careful. But yeah, I've been working on my neck and it's got some peeling going on, so that's okay. We'll see how it does. I'll show you, with my peeling, I really, really recommend, I don't know about other mineral powders, but I really recommend the Bare Minerals and their kabuki brush that they sell, the Bare Minerals kabuki brush that you get. I did use it, so it's a little bit dirty. So I just pour a little bit in here. I'll demonstrate on my neck, tiny bit in there, swirl it around. Get the product all up in there. Oops, spilled a little bit. Tap it off. And then just do it on my neck. And it really, really, really does help with flaking. It just kind of buffs them off. It just kind of gets rid of them. So you might want to keep that in mind when the flaking starts. Hopefully it won't be too bad, but if it does, get more than you want and you don't want to back off the Retin too much, then, keep that in mind. It really helps the appearance a whole lot. So that's with my neck. I'm working on it. It's a work in progress. Okay, and then the last thing that people ask me is what age they thought that they should start, and gosh, I hate saying, well, you need to do this and you need to do that. Like I said, that makes me so nervous because I'm not a healthcare provider at all, and I don't have any medical training, and I don't know anything about skincare. So please take everything that I have just said previously with a grain of salt and do what's right for you. Everybody's different. And also, not everybody needs to use Retin. There are women out there with just absolutely beautiful skin that said, you know, I think I started on Retin and I was like, don't. Why? Because your skin looks so terrific the way it is. I don't think I would rock the boat, and save the Retin, the big guns, for when you get really old, if you need it. You may never need it. So, you know, I think if your skincare is working for you, if you're really happy with it, then don't go on Retin. Or if Retin is too strong for you, because it is a strong drug, maybe consider retinol. I know a lot of people that really like to use the retinol products. I've used retinol products in the past and recommended them, and they just did a terrific job too, but they are milder than the full strength Retin, so that might be something that people can use. And some people just, their skin is just too sensitive for Retin, and that's okay. It just, you know, explore other avenues and do other things for your skincare. You know, do check with your doctor, and if you have medical conditions and don't feel like you can use it, if your skin is super sensitive, then you may just want to skip the Retin or even the retinols completely. But anyway, a couple of people asked me what age they thought that you should start on Retin. I started at 33. I was probably too young. I probably didn't need it. But, you know, I didn't know. I thought I would go ahead and do it. I think from, you know, like talking to my doctor and kind of reading a little bit, that maybe the first step when you get like around 30 or so, late 20s, 30s, is to maybe start on your vitamin C serum. And the reason is, before Retin, the vitamin C serum does a lot to protect your skin. It helps with you know, the free radicals, just a real thing that kind of protects your skin and helps to slow down further damage. So I think that I would go, personally, if I had to do it over again, I would actually just have started out with vitamin C serum until I got to between 35 and 40. Because I would, you know, it just really gives a good protection and really starts you out right. Maybe around 35 or 40, if you're starting to see some fine lines and wrinkles that you aren't happy with, then that might be the time to start on Retin. That's just a suggestion. But I think vitamin C serum really has its purpose too. I think if you had to do one or the other, I would do, and you were older, I would do Retin before I would do vitamin C serum. But when you're younger, I think probably vitamin C serum is more important than actually using Retin, because you have young skin and it's in good shape. So the vitamin C serum will actually have a lot of protection for you, that and your sunscreen. So I've done this video twice. If the other one looks better, I may, mismatched earrings and all, I may put it up. But I appreciate everyone watching. I hope everyone has a wonderful day. I hope that answers everybody's questions, and I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.